Welcome back, everybody. My name's Ricky, this is Brendan, together we're ETFW, and tonight we're in a pretty awesome location called Hill 60. Now, Hill 60 has been on our radar of places to check out for quite a while now, and we just want to give a huge shout out for giving us the location and also recommending it. With that said, guys, if you do know any locations, feel free to comment them down below. We're always keen to check out new spots, whether they're close to Sydney or a little bit further. Let us know. We'd love to add them to our little list of places to explore.
Alright guys, now just a quick update on the channel. Along with COVID-19 that's coming in and affecting the whole world, we will still be able to release episodes. May not be what you're used to, may not be paranormal investigation episodes, but we still are able to do library episodes as well as some possible 3am challenges. Now we do have quite a bit of footage from other episodes that will be coming out soon. So if you do see it start to trickle in very slowly, don't be alarmed. We'll be back shortly. We'll be giving you some other things that will be able to keep you entertained during quarantine. But if you have any suggestions on what we can do during quarantine that you would like to see yourself, let us know. As we said before, we always check out the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
With that said, guys, we're going to jump into a little bit of the history on Hill 60. We're going to take you for a little bit of a walk around. As well, as always, it wouldn't be an ETFW video if we didn't do a bit of an investigation here. There has been a lot of rumors and stories and tales of people running into the paranormal down here. From information that we've read online, we can't really seem to find anything on what's causing it, but this land does have a lot of ties with Aboriginal culture here.
Yeah.
So we believe there might be a bit of a backstory to some of the hauntings here involving that, but I guess there's only one way to find out. As always, guys, if you do like the episodes, if you do like the videos, make sure to give it a fat like. Also, if you are new here, subscribe. And like we said, if you have anywhere that you want to see us go, or any recommendations, or just want to say hi, drop a comment down below. With that said, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
See you guys.
Hill 60 lies 71 metres above Fisherman's Beach, which is situated by the rocky headlands of Broilers Point in Port Kembla. Hill 60 was once peaceful Aboriginal land, up until the events of World War II, which began in 1939, when the Australian Army forcefully removed the native Aboriginal people from this land to build defence installations against the fear of enemy warships entering our coast. Hill 60 and the surrounding lands hold importance to the Aboriginal community for social, cultural and spiritual reasons. The Wadi Aboriginal community of the South Coast region have consistently and persistently asserted their cultural affiliation to the place. Hill 60 has evidence of prehistoric occupation in the form of significant and extensive Aboriginal shelters and campsites. Over its many long years in which it has existed, there have been many reportings of paranormal activity which take place in its dark, decrepit walls. Because of this, it has become a popular spot for investigators, thrill seekers and explorers. Some claim the hauntings in relation to the strong Aboriginal ties to the land. Some claim it's from a number of demonic and satanic rituals which have taken place within its walls, and some claim it's from the events that took place in World War II. With that said, allow us to take you on our adventure through Hill 60. We are ETFW.
Alrighty, guys. Just found our way in. Just found the entrance. We just did a little bit of walking around, just to kind of find out exactly how to get into this place. And as you can see, door. Oh my god, the echo goes so far.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how deep that goes.
Oh man. Yeah, no word of a lie. I'm actually freaking out right now. Alrighty.
Should we just head in?
Yeah, guys, without further ado, I think we're just going to head in, go down to the bottom, check the place out, have a little look. We're not going to try to get lost in there. We're going to try to stick to the main kind of parts. And
yeah, well, from what we're aware of, it's all interconnected. There's gun emplacements over the whole place. There's gun emplacements over the whole place, and it's all interconnected. So just got to be careful to make sure that we don't get lost and we don't end up in the wrong spot.
Alrighty, let's head in.
Let's do it.
thing.
Have a look.
Wow.
I've like never been in a structure like this before. So these rail tracks here, you can see right here, they would have been like minor tracks that are going along the entire way. I think it's 10 or 14-inch cannons that we hear, and they would have had ammunition shells that are in it that would have been running up and down. I assume the ammunition depot would have been up there because they like to keep it separate, so that if it takes a direct hit, it doesn't take the gun battery out of commission. This would have been a supply room where they would have stored some ammunition as well. Another room.
What's down here? Pretty crazy.
This scared the fuck out of me when I turned around and I saw that. What the hell is that?
Yeah, that's the 10. That's the.
That's the front housing. So this would have been on the front, and you can see right here, this would have been where the barrel would have gone through.
Yeah.
Which would have been mounted to this here, which would have had a full degree angle. I would have cleared out all the bush here, so it would have had unobstructed view, which then would have been able to fire out at any ships that came close.
So for all you're wondering, the entrance that we took, that leads you all the way down to this bit. So from here onwards, you can't go any further. This is the end here. There are a bunch of little rooms which we'll take you in now, but yeah, no joke, feel a bit creepy here. But anyways, guys, we'll pick it back up once we head into one of the more little kind of coves and explore a little bit in there. Alrighty. Alright, guys, so just gonna start making our way down some of these little tunnels here. We're not going to go too deep here, we just don't want to get lost in here. Try to remember the way out.
I'll just take me back to the gun emplacement. This would have been a toilet. This is the toilet. You can see that. It's left over from it.
Yeah, it's here. Okay, so that bit just takes us back out to the entrance there.
It's kind of stopped, but it was going. Did you see it going?
Yeah, move your ladder.
Oh, there we go.
Perhaps we're not alone.
Maybe. Just keep having a look around. Wow. Big yellow door.
Some little cells or buckets. What the hell's it? Oh, it goes through to the other room. This is narrow. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to pick up on camera here, but this is like 2 people wide and it just seems to go forever. There's a massive draft. There's a massive draft of air coming through. Actually quite nice. This could have been potentially where they were running ammunition through.
Yeah, this well it would have been. If these alright, that was great timing for fucking I'll just move forward and say that. Yeah, these tracks again. Anywhere these tracks are, they're moving heavy objects, which is usually the artillery shells. Those things get hefty, man. Especially considering back here it was also gunpowder they would have needed too. So it wouldn't have just been just a straight shell.
Just starting going nuts again. There shouldn't be any electrical frequencies down here. It's identical to where we just were.
No, it's different. It is different. For a second then I thought it was the same. Oh god, I don't know why duck would scare you, but I thought that was the duck. What a random kid's toy down here.
People were riding down.
Fuck that, dude. Yeah, I know.
This looks literally identical to what it was in the last place.
Yeah.
The house is looks like a mirror image. They're probably 2 like set up side by side here.
Most likely.
Yeah, that looks all identical. It's completely identical to the last one.
Yeah.
It's not possible before the last one. Oh, this looks pretty cool. Oh, the train's gone fast. Look at it. EMF was going haywire right here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look where we're standing on as well. Look what we're standing on. It's a pentagram. This is literally going nuts right over the pentagram.
Well, I think we found our spot for an investigation. Ah, there it is.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, look, see? Right over the pentagram. That is pretty creepy. It stops. It's like every time you film, yep,
Oh, there.
you gotta wait.
Tilt it towards me? No, just like tilt it facing me. Just there. That's good. Interesting. I'm just trying to get on the camera. That's all.
For me, what I'm looking at every time I look, as soon as I look at the pentagram, this is insane.
As soon as the technology goes away, it starts going nuts. Odd.
Look, I'm standing right in it now. I think this is the most activity we've ever had with the EMF.
Could be. Do you get any weird feelings here?
I don't know, but I say this is the most activity we're getting. If we're going to do an investigation anywhere, I say we do it here.
We're literally in the middle of nowhere. You just see, ETFW, so you guys can see, we're just literally in the middle of nowhere. So you can't see that there's a beach down there as well, way down there. So the other emplacement must be on the other side of this little. It's kind of far though.
Alrighty guys, so we're going to start a little bit of an investigation here. And it's both kind of getting a little bit of weird feelings. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're going to find out. I'm standing in the pentagram, the spot where the EMF reader seems to be really active. I'm going to try to keep this, I'm going to try to keep it on tonight just so you guys can see if anything happens. And jump into a dowsing rod session. Should be a pretty good spot for it down here. There's not really much interference with wind. There's a little bit of wind out there, but we're quite sheltered in here. Alrighty. If there are any spirits here with us tonight who wish to communicate, my name is Ricky, this is Brendan. Brendan's holding the camera. We've come here to communicate, we mean no harm. I'd like to know your story if possible. Again, if there are any spirits here that would like to communicate, I ask you to put your energy into these dowsing rods. If you're able to cross them over for me, you can continue to ask some questions. Again, if you can cross these rods over in front of me, put your energy into them, let us know you'd like to communicate. We can continue to ask some questions. Thank you. Thank you for coming out and being willing to communicate to both of us. Are you able to point both these rods to my left-hand side? And we'll continue to ask some questions. We'll start to ask some questions. Again, if you're able to point both these rods to my left-hand side, we'll begin asking some questions. Really bouncy.
Yeah, I can see. The EMF reader is blowing as well. Can you lift your jumper just a little bit, just so we can poke out a bit more? Yeah, that's good. Because it was going before, and I tried to put it on camera. But...
Man, I feel really like heavy in here.
Yeah, it's super stuffy here. I mean, like, I guess it kind of makes sense because there's not a lot of air circulation, but it's not so much that. It's more so like it feels heavy.
I'll give it a few more questions. If I don't get anything crazy, I might pass it over to you. See how we go.
Right.
Seems to be quite hesitant.
Yep.
So the spirit that we're communicating to, are you still with us? If so, are you able to push both these rods outwards? I didn't really feel anything that time. They moved the first time, but then like you usually feel them bouncing and everything.
Yeah.
Time it just felt almost flat, like nothing really. We'll swap over for a second, maybe see if you have any luck.
Yeah.
I don't know, sometimes with these things, they just don't like talking to certain people. It's not uncommon. It happens loads of time actually to us. All right, we're going to swap over. I'm going to give Brendan a try with a dowsing rod, see if he gets anything.
If there's anything at all, can you please cross the rods directly over in front of me? I mean no harm. I only wish to know your story. I can feel you pushing on the rods. I can feel it really strong actually. Just a little bit further. Thank you for crossing the rods in front of me. and letting me know that you're here. We're here to communicate and find out what happened here and what the story is behind this place. Can you please point the tips of the rod to where you are right now? Again, we mean no harm. We only want to know your story and the history behind this place.
Seems to be right.
Yeah, stop moving. Yeah, it's like basically right next to you. Thank you for letting me know where you are right now. I really appreciate you coming out and having a talk to us. Are you a man? If you are a man, are you able to point both rods to my far left? If you're a woman, are you able to point both rods to my far right, please?
EMF's coming.
Just and they're going left, so that's okay.
I can't hear that.
It's going left, so it's a man. It's really weird to explain it. It's like a really, really, really strong, like I can feel as if someone's holding onto them, but they're moving really slowly. Thank you for letting me know who you are. Tell me, did you live on this land? If you lived here, are you able to point just the right rod to my far right, please? If you didn't live here on this land, are you able to point the left rod to my far right?
What was the question, sorry?
So if they lived here, right rod, far right. If they didn't live here, left rod, far right, far right.
Kind of ties into your
Yeah.
theory.
We read that it was an Aboriginal community that lived here on this land and had lived here for a very long time until they were displaced by the army. Are you an Aboriginal? Are you of the land? If you are you able to cross both rods in front of me again, please?
Over there, I feel like they're very hesitant.
Yeah. Well, the next question might answer this. Just want to wait and make sure that it does go. Yeah, so they lived here. They're of the land.
Yeah, so they used to live here.
Thank you for letting me know that you lived here and that you're of the land here. If you were displaced here, so if you were displaced, if you were moved from this place by the army, are you able to widen both rods to like outwards towards me? They're quick to move, like almost straight away.
Perhaps some sort of like anger, left over from.
Does your spirit linger here in this place through anger because you are angry over what happened to you and your people? Or are you here because you have an emotional attachment to it because you loved it here? It's this place that you loved, that you lived. If it is out of anger, are you able to move the right rod to my far left, please? I didn't even get to ask if it was.
So what was that? Sorry.
They're pissed off.
What would be too?
So they're here. They're here because they're angry.
Just say a couple of words, I guess. You know, this obviously is Aboriginal land. Aboriginals did obviously, roam these lands well before us. This is well and truly their land, I guess you'd say. I think we just want to quickly, a couple of words, to any of the Aboriginal spirits that we're communicating to. Just want to say sorry on behalf of our people for moving you out of here. I understand it must have been a hard time, and a lot of you must have lost homes, maybe lives, or everything that you've known. We do apologise for that. EMF reading's going nuts, by the way. To apologise for that. As we said, we come here tonight, we mean no harm. We only wish to find out a little bit more of your story. See perhaps why you still haunt this place. I'll pass back over to you.
That's right. I mean, this was their home, and they were displaced by the whites. And unfortunately, it is a thing. It's just a part of our history, and it's an unfortunate part of history with us, which is it's a shame. Yeah, I mean, like they've been here for over 10,000 years, living here. I don't know about this exact spot, but in Australia as a whole, for over 10,000 years, this is their land, their home. They are of the land. And what you guys didn't see as well, while Rick was doing the speaking just then, this was going nuts in my pocket. That's why I handed it to him when it stopped. Yeah, it's incredibly active. Like I said, we haven't seen this kind of activity since the rocks right at the end.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this kind of consistent activity.
I feel rather safe though.
Yeah, I don't feel like
I feel like it's angry at us.
I feel kind of a bit sketched out when we got here, but now I feel a lot more relaxed, kind of thing. Like we're a bit more welcome. I don't know. To the spirit that we are communicating with, are we welcome here? Do you mind if we remain here and continue to look around and explore? If you're okay with that, if you welcome us here, are you able to cross the rods in front of me, please?
Yeah, I thought so. The energy here kind of felt like it was more.
It feels a bit lighter now. It feels a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for allowing us to remain here. We will continue to look around, but we will treat it with respect. All right, guys. So that kind of concludes the investigation part of today. We've kind of explored all the nooks and crannies of this area of the battery itself. We're going to head out as we're going. We're going to do some B-roll as well. We'll also have a bit more of a look around just off camera just to see if we can pick up on anything. But that being said, we'll see you at the top. So that concludes this episode. Unfortunately, with COVID-19, there's a bit of a fine line between the law that allows us to be able to come out and film, and we're just trying to abide by the rules and laws that are laid out by the government.
I don't think it was necessarily the scariest place we went to. In terms of saying that, we've been to some pretty creepy places. It was definitely eerie and creepy walking in there, definitely a weird sort of feeling, but I think as the kind of night progressed in there, it definitely got less scarier.
Now, as Rick did mention, not as much of a scary one, but to be honest, it honestly was one of my favourite for urban exploration.
It's definitely fun.
Yeah, it was a really cool place, a place that I've never been to.
With that said, guys, we're going to call it a night. We had a lot of fun doing this Hill 60 explore. Definitely recommend checking it out if you've never been there before. And until next time, we'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.